Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jules. Thanks for coming back for another update of my cross-stitching adventures. I hope you guys had a good week. We are we're over halfway through the year. 2024 is, I don't think it's flying by per se, but it's definitely progressing strongly, quickly, thoroughly. But I hope you guys are doing good. I am a little tired. It's a little bit later on Wednesday than I would normally do the video. We went out for dinner after work, so got a little bit of a late start to my Wednesday night revelry. It's not really revelry, it's just the video. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing good. Let's talk about what I have gotten done this week in stitching. So I did a lot of stitching this week. I got almost 500 stitches done on Old World Map 2. And really, I'm not going to take it out of the hoop, but what it allowed me to do is to bracket completely or grid completely this first page, which is very, very helpful for me. I took this darker color over all the way to the edge. Now, the actual page, as far as on the Pattern Keeper, the page is actually something that goes across one more square, one more space, but I wanted to make it an even 1, 2, 3, 4, an even 50 across. It just, to me, it just makes more sense. It keeps it more organized in my brain. So, but I got a lot done. It's going to be a lot, I think, that I'm going to get done this next bit. Because I had to order floss. I'll tell you about that in a second, but really just I've again gone back and kind of filled in a few things here and there, but I'm going to get a lot of this done over the next week or so, I believe, and we shall see, but I believe that's where we're heading, but making excellent progress. I'm at 72,423 stitches total, and I did not bother to write down what percentage. It's a minuscule more than what I've done before. So, but yeah, so almost 500 stitches. I was pretty happy with that. And so I ordered floss because I didn't actually finish telling you guys about the whole pip and chip thing. So last week, I was talking about how much better I'm organized now because I love my little organized. I'm a bobbin person. I'm a floss bobbin person. That's what I do. Can I lower myself? Come on. Oh, there we go. I felt like I was cutting the top of my head off here. So, and my hair is took a shower a little while ago and my hair is already pretty much dried. But, so my little pip and chip, the things that are not, can you hear that? There's no scratching that off. But I'm a bobbinator. I love them. And so there was about 10 or 12 that I went through on between Pattern Keeper and my floss boxes. I went through and realized there's still 12 colors that I could not find in my humongous stash that I have. And it's obviously colors I don't use very often. So I went ahead and I ordered those. This time I ordered them through 123 Cross Stitch, which I hadn't really ordered floss from them before. So should be coming soon. It got shipped either this morning or yesterday. I can't remember when I got the email. But maybe I'll have it on Saturday this weekend. We'll see. But I definitely there's a couple colors in there that I came across when I was doing this section of Old Map 2. And I'm like, I kind of need those to progress, to get there. So I'll do as much as I can before I get the floss. So we'll see. But then that'll be awesome because I'll have over 200 colors and I'll have every color. I have every color in my boxes. So I'm really happy with that. Super happy with that. All right. So aside from Old World Map 2, let's see here. Let me show you Rainy Waterloo Place. Now, Rainy Waterloo is it's coming along. I think I only did maybe not even 200 actual stitches on it. Let me show you where I'm at. Oops, here we go. So let's see. Can I remember where I did? I don't quite remember where I stitched, but it's obviously over here. But I'm just trying to organize this a little bit better. But what I actually did was I went into Pattern Keeper and I pulled up, let me do that right now while I'm talking. I pulled up the pattern on that. And the reason why I wanted to do that was because I've had to transfer Rainy Water Place a couple of times or redo it a couple of times on my and different tablets. And only recently have I discovered the proper way to transfer a pattern with Pattern Keeper and with tablets. But I actually went in and I spent more time trying to find, like trying to match up what I didn't have highlighted on Pattern Keeper. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about here. Let me zoom out here a little bit. So this is kind of what it's supposed to look like. Now, there are actual sections up here where I've stitched, but I just haven't marked off yet. But I actually went in and marked off quite a bit. And there's definitely more up here that I need to do. But I think in total, I think I marked off like 500 stitches that were done. They just weren't marked off. And it gave me a better idea of, like I'm at 86.4%, it's telling me now. So that's coming along. But yeah, I'm going to continue to kind of pick away at this one this year. I don't know. I think I should set a goal of finishing this year because honestly, it's like, come on, let's do it. So, but yeah, so there's my Rainy Waterloo Place. And then the last one that I stitched on was the Angry Gnome. Is it the Angry Gnome? Is that what I call him? Grumpy Gnome. Grumpy Gnome is what I call him. I did a lot of stitching. I several hundred stitches on him this week. I actually forgot. I couldn't find where I wrote down how many stitches I did last week, and I should have looked it up on my video before I started recording, but I kind of forgot. But this is where we're at. So I was at least happy. I remember that I said that I wanted to get like his hands in this next week, and I got those done. And I have just under 2,400 stitches. I think last time I had like 3,200 stitches or something. So I got a lot done. And he actually, where this hoop mark is, I think he finishes like right here. So there's the nice thing about this part that I have left to stitch is that it's very condensed. So that's actually makes for faster stitching in this with this method. So super, super happy about that. So there's that. There's that. And so I'm not going to get it done. I highly doubt I'll get it done. We're going to be getting close. I should really have this done by the end of July, right? I should really have this by the end of July. In fact, let me write this down. By end of July, so I can start really watching that. But those were the ones that I had. I did not end up doing an end of year video. Maybe I should have talked about that last week. I can't remember, but I was gonna do like not end of year, like mid-year video where I go through like the stuff that I've done, and in the end, I just didn't have a lot of enthusiasm for it. It was something I could have done, but I'd rather do one big video at the end of the year, because if I do it now, it's by the time I get to December when I do it, it's gonna feel like I just did that video in some ways. So I didn't want to really do that. So, but yeah. So things are going good with the stitching. Design wise, so pretty much everything that I've showed you guys over the last couple of weeks is now on the stores, on the stores, however you want to say it. I'm going to flash up, some pictures here while we're talking about it, but everything that I kind of been flashing at you guys, definitely been working on that. So, and one thing that I actually am going to do, I think for a little bit in July, is to kind of go back and look at some of my older patterns that I never really updated. Like I never made them as good as I could have. I didn't update like the packaging. Whoops, sorry. The reason why I'm wearing headphones is because, because I have been wearing headphones with my hair being all wet, and now like I have this indentation. I didn't want to show you guys my indentation. It's Blanco. There we go. So yeah, so there's that. I wanted to pull up Etsy and just run through real quick and make sure. Oh, there's way too many tabs open. I am sleepy. CP listings. Here we go. So there's only one draft. Which draft is that? Oh yeah, it's a Steampunk Turtle, which I should get him up tonight. No problem there. Let me look at my new section. So yeah, pretty much everything that we talked about. I got the colorful butterfly. The mini blue wolf came out. The mini blue wolf really has more of I don't know, vintage isn't the right word for it. It's kind of just it's almost like a well, maybe it is in a sense of like a vintage illustration from something. But anyway, so I'm glad that went up. Did I talk about lungs? Did I talk about the another anatomy? I've got brains. I've got eye. I've got heart. Do I have hearts? I have a lot of hearts, but I'm not sure if I have an actual like really detailed heart. I have ribs. I don't know. I think ribs just popped up because bones are cool in cross stitch, especially with the monochrome. But I got a really cool picture of lungs, so I made that one a monochrome too. So that's kind of cool. If anybody who likes lungs, you know, that might be something, you know, to stitch for them, I suppose. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff up in the store, and I need to kind of send some more stuff off. I was planning on doing that. I might do that tonight, maybe tomorrow. Let me find my, let me look this up real quick. I've been working on a custom pattern. I do custom patterns, just so you guys know. I kind of float the price basically based on how much, like having a flat price is okay, but if somebody gives you like a really good like almost black and white photo and they're like, here, make this a monochrome, and it like literally just almost makes the monochrome itself, like it's just really straightforward, then I'm not going to charge as much as I would for something that's like full color, or if there's a lot of image manipulation, things like that. I would charge, you know, more for that. But I do customs, so if there's anything you guys are looking at, I pulled out a bunch of new photos, not really photos, I said, let me open recent. I don't know why that's giving me the wrong, I wonder if I didn't save some stuff. But I've got a new one that's coming out that I've got to get colors on. And most of the stuff that's coming out right now is going to be colors. Oh, I know where I can go. Hold on. So there's this cool, where I get these from, there's this one cool thing that they do a lot of, like, remember we had the tarot cards, where they do like more funny tarot cards, or tarot cards that are not like aligned with the horoscope or the zodiac. And so there's some really funny ones that are out there. And I like the ones that have a lot of color, that are really nicely detailed. So I want to show you this one. It's called The Reader. And that is one that I'm sort of finishing up right now. Super excited about. Somebody's barking outside very loudly. Not my dogs. Oh, so I'm redoing the Sheltie, watercolor. So I kind of went in, adjusted this overall size, and just kind of everything about the Sheltie, and so I'm super happy with how that turned out. And I don't, off the top of my head, know how big it is, but it's definitely smaller than it was, which makes me happy. Yeah, other than that, the custom one, I don't have anything up and like ready to rock and roll. But there are, I mean, I have stuff downloaded. I'm in the initial phases of kind of image manipulation, image enhancing, things like that. A lot of them are color, so it's going to be more work, more stuff to kind of get on. But some of these older ones that I've never really gone in and enhanced, maybe tried to make them a little smaller. Yeah, you know, I haven't done that yet, so I have them saved on my Etsy account. All the ones that I don't want to put them back out before I redo them, because they just need to be improved, in my opinion. So if you have a pattern, if there's a pattern that you have, excuse me, that you purchased from the Etsy store, and I put out a newer version, you're like, ooh, I'd rather have this newer version to stitch on, shoot me a message on Etsy and let me know, and I'll just shoot it over to you. I just got to be able to see that that you bought it at one point. So, because I'm fully aware with my struggles with overlap too. Sometimes how you're like, I'd like to start it, and maybe I have started it, but this is really big and detailed, and maybe I want a smaller version if there is one available. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think that's it from the world of cross stitch. Anything that I know right now. So what happened this week? Oh, so we went out to dinner earlier. We went to this place that has pickleball. I don't play pickleball. Let me just say that. Like, I would rather play, man, my throat, I'm kind of drying out a little bit. I don't play pickleball. And so when I was younger, I played tennis. I'd rather play ping pong, to be perfectly honest with you. But there is this place that's literally right around the corner from work. And ironically enough, they're putting in another pickleball facility / restaurant like 5 minutes away. What the heck? I mean, it's crazy. But the funny thing was, we went there. It was our first time there. And we could walk there for work. It's so close. And there were probably like 8 to 10 people. Like, all the pickleball courts were full, which I thought was crazy. They had some cornhole. I'd like to play cornhole sometime. But it was just a cool place. It might be a good place to kind of watch the Olympics or football. It was just a really nice place. And so we had a good time. We got the super hot wings, and I thought they were ridiculously hot and tasty, but very, very hot. And Mark was like, not that hot, because he doesn't have taste buds anymore, but that's okay. That's my husband. So, but that was fun. So there's a new place that maybe we can kind of hit up every once in a while. And I'm going to have to try the different other wings that they have, but it's kind of a cool place. I liked it a lot. Almost lost the bird. Well, kind of did lose the bird. In case you're wondering, yes, the bird is still alive. And yes, I'm still surprised that the bird is still alive, because I think he's been around now for 8 or 9 years. And he was 10 years old when we got him, because the original owner had him for a year and then sold him at a garage sale to the person I got him from, and she had him for like 8 or 9 years. So I gotta look this up. Lifespan of let's say a lifespan of a budgie. A budgereer. 5 to 8 years in captivity. Well, he's double to triple that right now, because if he was like 9 or 10 when I got him, he's like, I kid you not, guys, I don't know how he's alive. I don't know how he's alive. Let's just say that. He just exists in this cage, and he hops around, and I talk to him and stuff, and he has the radio. He listens to the radio 24/7, and he's cool. So I lost the bird. So I physically couldn't find the bird. Let's say that. I went to go and feed him and give him water and change everything out. And I must have left the door to the cage open, which I don't remember doing that in the last couple of years. I'm sure I've done it before, but but I also had shiny object syndrome, and I went and I was soaking his water bowl, because his water bowl was a little bit of a mess, but I was soaking it to clean it. And I came downstairs and I went around, and like half an hour later I go back up. I was like, oh yeah, it's water. So I take his water into his bowl, and he's not in his cage, and the door is wide open. I'm like, oh my gosh, because the room that he was in, well, if you guys remember back 4 years or so, when I used to stitch up in the sort of the crafty room. It's not the crafty room, it's kind of a storage room now. There's boxes and, just clothes, and there's different things that are kind of all over the room. It's really not like conducive to finding a bird that's like this big. But I found him, thankfully. He was behind a box, and I actually used, my husband came up, thankfully, to help me out with it, because I was freaking out. And I used the little, the net that we catch Groot, the axolotl, in. It's not but it's perfect size net for him, because he just fits right in there. It's perfect. So I trapped him against the box side, and then I slid like a clipboard behind it, and then carried him back into his cage, home, his abode, and he's still alive. I don't, I don't know. I don't know how he's still alive. I really don't. Um, I don't know. Trust me, it's not because I have like a wonderful environment for him. Like it's not. It's all him, and he's lived now like I think like 6 or 7 years without his buddy that used to be. Well, it was a jerk buddy that used to pick on him the whole time, but the little guy's still alive. So I get him toys and stuff. The only thing he really likes to play with is the cuddle bone. And outside of that, he just bounces around. I think he listens to the music. And when the weather is nice, it's not too hot, we open the window and hopefully there's birds outside that are chirping at him that he likes. But he still talks to us all the time in the morning and stuff. So it's just crazy. Bodie, my boy, who is asleep underneath the desk here. Bodie is going to start going to doggy daycare soon. I really want him to be a bit more socialized with other dogs. He really seems to want to play with other dogs. And our only other dog right now is Topher. And Topher has got to be like 14, 15 years old, doesn't really play, and he doesn't play appropriately. He just doesn't. He is, he's like a dirty old man, basically. I mean, just to say it, that's kind of what he is, and it's inappropriate play. Let's just say that. And so, but anyway, so we are actually going to be taking a trip to Florida in October to visit the in-laws and my in-laws, my mom and dad, and so we're going to do that. And I'd really like to keep him at this kennel place that also has day play, because I think it'd be really good for him. So all I need to do is I need to get him an ID tag, and then get everything, schedule something, get set up over at the place where we're going to take him to. Probably just do half days for a while. So yeah, so we got that. We're going to take him to a dog park this weekend, meet some friends, and do a dog park. So hopefully that's an agreeable experience for him. We'll see how that goes. But otherwise, he's been doing fantastic, just awesome. So I think that's it, honestly. I really can't think of anything else. Video's already longer than I thought it would be with the progress I made. But I'm feeling like I need to take my allergy pill because I'm getting allergies. Yeah, other than that, my back feels better over the last week. Having some leg swelling, but I'm getting that checked out. I got some different specialists coming up that I'm going to be looking at. But the back is getting better and better and better. And so I am thrilled. And so, all right, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I hope that you are getting some good stitching done. We're almost hitting prime stitching season, which starts roughly around September when football starts in my world. So we'll see how that goes. But take care. I'll talk to you soon, and happy stitching.